Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles DC Comics Designer Series Greg Capullo, figure number 14, 0 Year Survival Batman. Saying that, Spot already realizes this is going to be a difficult accomplishment to fit all that character's name description in the video description above. We'll see how successful we can accommodate that. But this is our continued looks at the new Greg Capullo Designer Series Wave from the folks over at DC Collectibles. Down below it's figure number 14 with some artwork on the side. I quite like the design of 0 Year Survival Batman. Just don't know how I'm going to put that in the title. The back of the package shows you the other figures in this set. One thing that to note that the difference of the Batman versus all the other figures that are in the back of the package is I've already looked at these three. That makes Batman the sole survivor. I guess I did kind of plan it that way. The other figures, though, are the Joker, 0 Year Survival Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. Down below, the Joker, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash were all sculpted by Jonathan Matthews. Finally, on the underside of the package, if you want to check out more from the folks over at DC Comics, head over to www.dccomics.com. Now, the true test will be, is this figure going to be good like the Flash and Joker, or is it going to be a stinkeroo like the Wonder Woman? The only way you'll find out, guys, is don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. As to not have to say 0 Year Survival Batman through this entire review, I might actually just call him Survival Batman. We'll stick with that. The figure out of packaging actually is quite good overall. If you want to count accessories, let's touch base on accessories right now. He does come with a hunting knife, which it can be housed in the ankle sheath of the figure's leg. It's painted primarily in a silver for the blade, and then you've got a green handle and black tips. You can also take said knife and fit it into his hand. That is the only accessory that he comes with. I kind of wish that he had come with more, but for all intents and purposes, a knife still serves the job just fine. We'll go ahead and take the blade out of his hand. I always get apprehensive when it comes to knives. I always feel like they're going to break. Maybe it's just going back to the review I did of the Ghostface killer from Scream, of course, when I broke that blade. Ever since then, I have the fear of breaking blades in reviews. Fear not, though. The figure itself for Batman, for the most part, is really good. Now, you'll see some speckling on his uniform, or his outfit. Rest assured, it's supposed to be there, as he does have some dirt also on his boots, which carries all the way up to the interior of his legs and on the back as well. So we can overlook that. However, one thing we can't overlook is a slight paint hiccup, if you will, right around the cowl area that connects itself to the top. You can see that there's just a little bit of paint that has gooped or missed its mark, which now is into the gray section of his uniform. There's also a little bit of QC issues right around here where it looks like, I don't know if there's just an excess amount of gray that's been left there. But other than that, the figure looks, coloring-wise, paint-wise, is pretty good. He's got a multitude of pockets and things from his quasi-utility belt. He's also got a rope here, which I must admit is a more brittle plastic, so do be a little careful on that. He's also got his backpack on the top, or on the back of the figure itself, which you would think would add some weight to the figure and have him topple over, but he actually seems to be compensated, and overall the stance of the figure, he seems to stand perfectly fine. And then on the top, he's got a somewhat crossbow accessory on the top there as well. Slight, perhaps, nitpick I could probably make is the somewhat unnatural choice of color that they used for his arms. It almost has a synthetic look to it. Obviously, it's been produced in a factory, but it doesn't seem very natural. And maybe it could have also been the same coloring used on the Flash, but somehow, I guess because Batman has bare sleeves, it comes across a little bit more fake to me. The face is good. Let's have a look at his face. Kind of a pouting face. More serious looking face, I suppose. They've also given him the more darker line around the mouth, which, similar to Flash, I feel like it could have been just a little bit lighter, but I would prefer this, at least, versus no paint around the mouth area, where we are just kind of to go by solely the sculpt of the mouth to gauge that it's there. So I do appreciate, could be a little bit lighter, but I do appreciate that the mouth was at least painted in. I have to say it's one of the better Batman sculpts-wise, at least in the cowl area. I like the shorter ears, and the eyes painted in rather nicely, actually. In fact, no real QC issues other than just what I mentioned before around the cowl area. For a figure that has this much stuff going on, there's usually a bigger chance that there's going to be problems with the paint, but I have to say that that's not the case here with Batman. When it comes to his posability, Batman's head is on a ball joint. Full rotation left and right. You kind of have to get your hand, making sure that you don't clip this, just kind of get your hand around it to move the head. But it does rotate from a head standpoint quite well, actually. Shoulders hinge out. You get full rotation on the arms, not restricted at all by the fact that he's got the big backpack on his back. He has a swivel point on the bicep area, a hinge on the elbow, and a rotation on the hand. When you get to the torso, now he does have a crunch, but it crunches further more back than it does forward. Forward-wise, that's about all you're going to get for, not that you would want Batman's torso going even further forward, but that's as much clearance as you're going to get. He does also have a swivel, and it's interesting that they swivel the cut right where the belt is. They've done it actually quite well. I almost thought that they would not have put a swivel in there because this is all going on, but they managed to put the swivel in between the two belts, so I do like that. Legs are on a ball joint, forward and back motion as well as out, a swivel cut on the thigh, double hinge knee, and a hinge, not only a ankle pivot, but a hinge back and forth on the feet, and there's the undersides of Batman's boots. Personally speaking, you guys can weigh in down below, but personally speaking, I think this falls under the pretty good, turned out pretty good category. Joker was personally good, in my own opinion, that is. Flash I thought was good. Batman was good. The only one that wasn't good was Wonder Woman. Thumbs down. Thumbs down for Wonder Woman. But all four of these figures that you guys have seen are currently available in your local comic book stores. If you guys are interested in picking these up, head over and support your local stores. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look. This was the final figure. Fittingly enough, I left it as the last figure being Survival Batman. But this was 0 Year Survival Batman. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Spot just wanted to do a dramatic pause, but thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. Certainly stay tuned. Spot's got more videos. He does more videos heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.